This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Yesterday we are learning about implementation methodologies. So at that time, I think one of our colleague is asking some other information. So this is sure step methodology. There are so many methodologies available in the market. Okay. Now this is one of the methodology. So in sure step, we are using one of the methodology. Now let me show you in Google what are the methodologies available earlier. So the first most important, I mean to say, in olden days, this is the methodology, waterfall methodology. Requirement gathering, design, implementation, verification, maintenance. This is the oldest methodology. This is called waterfall methodology. Once it is completed, this second phase. Once it is completed, then it is. Once it is completed, then it is. Like this, this is a waterfall methodology. This is the oldest methodology. So it was explained pros and cons. Fine. Next one is so I'm not sure about this DevOps development methodology, but this is looks like our methodology, ERP methodology. So one is plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. It is similar to this one. One is plan, then coding, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. Once again, planning, then cycle. This is similar to this one. In ERPs, we are following this one only. Now, I want to show you one more. Agile methodology is the latest methodology, is more about Agile methodology. In this Agile methodology, like plan and iterate here and deliverables. So here, the look at this one, daily reviews. So in this Scrum Master, test engineer, developer, and from client side, like from client side also one person will be there. So those everyone will be there. In that it will be discussed every day. It will be discussed every day, the progress, and it is not only planning, it will be discussed every day, the entire team, so that the progress is correct or not. Because developer may think something and client may think separately, differently, and functional consultants, we are the mediator, middle level, so we may have different thoughts. So whatever the customer has given, that is passed on to deliver, like developer and tester and everyone in a proper manner or not, it will be verified very quickly, rather than like entire functionality developed. After that, if you are verifying, no, I'm not thinking this one, I'm thinking something else, then it is a waste of time. So then it is the new methodology is Agile methodology. Okay, in this sprints will be there. Okay, the entire functionality was split into small pieces, and every day the development, whatever it was they are doing, they will discuss. Maybe every day, maybe otherwise if it is not there, then at least weekly once the progress will be discussed with the entire team members, whoever is in there in the project, that will be discussed. Daily maybe few members, but weekly once the entire team, so that if it is any deviations are there, that will be rectified in the initial stage rather than completing stage. That is Agile methodology. Okay, so yesterday someone is asking some questions. I told you tomorrow we'll discuss. Is it your doubts cleared, or
Yeah, sir. Basically, I was not asking about the implementation methodology. My doubt was regarding the business process management.
Business.
Business process management, understanding the client's current business processes,
Hmm.
what is the business process currently they are following. Then how we studying how we can improve that process. Maybe we will have to cut short some process to increase the productivity,
Okay.
to give more increased business value, customer satisfaction. Maybe sometimes we will increase or decrease the process to increase the productivity of the company, cut short the cost involved, more employee productivity. Like that, we will re-engineer the entire business process. So sometimes it may add some more value, sometimes it will reduce the process. Like that, there is something called business process management. So I thought that is also part of this project. Someone will study the existing process and prepare some layout. How is the current process? Okay, we have to add something more. We have to reduce something like that. This is what I asked. The business process management.
Okay, understood. So for this one, whatever you are referring, that is more about improvement in terms of business rather than the dynamics of our dynamics application. Am I right? It is not linked. It is not purely directly linked to this dynamics F&O. You are talking about the improvement of the engineering process, their business process. Okay, as my knowledge, as per my knowledge, I'm not sure. As per my knowledge, Deloitte and IBM, these companies, they will do majorly like this. I mean to say business process improvement. So for that, they will prepare a document and they will do a lot of analysis. It is not only linked to ERP, it is generalized. The client may be using any ERP, whether it is a Dynamics F&O, maybe SAP, maybe Oracle Labs, or maybe PeopleSoft, maybe Tally, any ERPs. There are so many. So the business process improvements will be done by some companies like Deloitte and IBM. I heard this one, but I'm not sure. So that is not depending on Dynamics F&O. It is not linked to Dynamics. Okay. And in this, as I told you, there are implementation consultant and support consultant. And this one, whatever you are talking, business analyst.
Yeah,
This
yes,
business,
sir. Yeah. Most probably the business analyst will do this activity. What I said. Yeah.
exactly. So this business analyst, so that's why I told you our roles are majorly these two. Of course, business analyst, if it is independent of ERP, they can do it. That is possible. Yes, they will do it, but it is not part of our Dynamics F&O. But uh, in business analyst, there are many things. In that, one of the part we are doing as this one, requirement gathering. And here in this case, we may give some suggestions as kind of thing, but that is not our primary goal in this process. Our primary goal is implementation of Dynamics AX.
Okay.
Okay. And this role also, suppose you are becoming a test engineer for the product, then sometimes slowly after some time you may be test engineer for Dynamics, maybe for some other ERPs also. Then slowly your role will be changed from Dynamics F&O to some other ERPs also. Here also it is sometimes independent of Dynamics F&O. So these two roles are whenever you are doing your roles at that time, this will be in touch. If you are working, that is fine. If you are going to inside about these two roles, then sometimes you may be away from the Dynamics F&O application. There is a chance.
Yeah. Clear.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Fine. Yeah, well. Yeah. Before going to next topic, any questions, please? Anyone? Any other questions? Any other? Okay. So please practice and come back to me with the doubts. Fine. Today I will try to understand prepayment invoice functionality. prepayment invoice functionality. Okay, and then one more we'll discuss about credit management also. Credit limit and the credit management. These two we'll discuss. First, let me focus on the primary prepayment invoice functionality. What is this prepayment invoice functionality? So prepayment invoice functionality is like, suppose we are creating a purchase order. I'm creating a purchase order. Then we'll do confirmation. Actually, it will be in the, if you are creating in the approval process, I mean the workflow is enabled, it will create in the draft mode, and then in review, and then approved, then confirm. Confirmation means confirmed. Next, product receipt. Okay, so this one I have discussed in detail in logistics, but in finance you have not discussed, we have not discussed. I will show you. This will include workflow as well. Fine, we'll discuss that one. Now product receipt. So usually the vendor is sending the material without any arguments, but for few items, vendor is asking, please pay advance payment. Vendor is asking, before going to dispatch material, I want some advance payment. I want some advance payment. Then let me show you. Let me go to the application. Let me verify the services are on or not. It is running. Let me stop this services. Just give me a minute. Now let me make disabled. Okay, sorry. We want workflow also. Okay, let it be like this. Start whenever it is required. Fine. So here in this case, vendor is not dispatching material. Vendor is asking like, pay some advance amount. Pay some advance amount, then I will release the material. That's what vendor is giving instructions. Now this purchase department, this is purchase order means purchase department is informing to the accounts department. Purchase department is giving information to the accounts department like, pay some 20,000 rupees or $20,000 or $5,000 to the vendor account. Okay, if they are agreeing, I will do payment. So vendor payment, accounts payable, payment journal. So accounts department is asking any invoice, show me invoice copy. Then purchase department is giving a proof like purchase order, this purchase order information. So this is not any financial postings are not happening, but finance team is agreed to do the payment, suppose, without any proof. Then suppose finance team, so this is scenario one. One is scenario one. Accounts department is doing advanced payment without any invoice. Without an invoice means base run purchase department request. Then they can do vendor payment by selecting here. Lines. Selecting the vendor. So during vendor payment, it is debit. So while doing payment, method of payment check and everything, here we have one option because we are doing advance payment. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. In this, including sales tax should be enabled. See, the posting profile is changing. You can use the prepayment journal voucher. This posting profile is changed. This is instead of liability, I can map asset account. So this is pure accounts terminology. Let us understand. If you are able to understand, that is good. Otherwise, it is not required. Accountants will take care. So usually, if you are doing vendor payment or vendor invoice, whether it will be credited, whether it will be debited to or credited or debited to liability account or asset account. Normally, if it is a vendor account will be posted to asset or liability. Which account will be posted? Vendor accounts.
Generally, vendor account is a liability.
Liability account.
Liability account. This is regular as per the commerce. But I'm doing advance payment. That means debit balance. Am I right?
Yes, the vendor will become the debtor.
Debtor. So at that time, I can do this checkbox. If I enable this checkbox, it is posting profile is changed. If I am removing, normal posting profile. If I am enabling, it is posting profile is changed. In this posting profile, as per the pure commerce, I can showcase as a asset account. Understood? Because this is advanced amount, as long as the invoice is not updated, it is an asset account. It should be an asset account. Pure commerce. This is okay. So we can use this prepayment journal voucher. Prepayment posting profile. Okay, whoever is commerce, I mean to say experts in commerce, those people only can understand this word. This word. If you are not able to understand, leave it. No one will question you. Just I am giving the answer for maybe at 2-3 persons, maybe 4 persons maybe understood this one. If you are not able to understand, leave it. If you are a very new to this ERP, no issues. Already some people are 10 years experience, 5 years experience people. They can understand clearly with the commerce. Okay, normal process, vendor payment will be done. Normal process, vendor payment will be done. That's it. This is advance payment or advance payment scenario. Normal vendor payment. Normal vendor payment. This is scenario 1. So here in this case, accounts department is going to do the payment, advance payment, without any proof, without any invoice proof. Based on the instructions from purchase department. Then they can do the vendor payment. At that time, they can use this pre-posting profile, prepayment posting profile, so that it will post to the asset account instead of liability account, so that this will be an asset. This is scenario 1. In this, there is nothing here. We have not applied any logic. Simply we did vendor payment. If companies are following like this, no issues, it will be posted. Now scenario 2. Scenario 2. Accounts department is asking proof. Give me invoice copy, then only I will do the payment. So the second scenario is accounts department is requesting vendor invoice copy as a proof. Because without invoice, I don't want to do the payments. That is accounts department is following, because if I have the invoice, I will do the payment. That's it. If you are asking, like suppose do payment to this vendor, do payment to this vendor, why I need to follow your instructions? So accounts department is asking invoice copy as a proof. Then only I will do the payment. That is instructions to accounts department. In this case, against purchase order, we can create a prepayment invoice. Against purchase order, we can create a prepayment invoice. That means before product receipt, we can generate prepayment invoice, and then this will be done after this prepayment invoice. Vendor payment will be done. So vendor payment is done. Then because vendor payment is already executed, vendor will dispatch the material. Vendor will dispatch the material. Then I can do product receipt. Then I can do invoice. While doing invoice, I need to apply prepayment invoice already executed. What it means, suppose this purchase order is $10,000. Vendor is asking 1,000. So I can generate invoice copy 1,000. Then vendor payment will be done for 1,000. Material was dispatched for 10,000. All the entire quantity amount it was dispatched. Now I need to do invoice. So 10,000 is the actual invoice and 1,000 invoice already posted temporarily earlier should be reversed. Understood? Are you able to follow any questions here? 10,000 purchase order. So vendor is asking invoice copy. Accounts department is asking one invoice copy. So you are generating temporarily prepayment invoice. How to generate? I will show you. Temporary prepayment. I am generating one invoice. Then finance department they will do the payment. Then vendor will be dispatched the material. Then I will receive the material, so I can do the product receipt. And during invoice, I have already generated some temporary invoice. That invoice I need to apply. Then 10,000 already now it is posting. Now 1,000 should be reversed. Earlier whatever it was there. So here it is invoice means credit. Vendor payment debit. Invoice credit. Here 1,000 debit will be posted, so that the invoice will be net effect is net invoice will be minus 9,000. Are you able to follow? Any confusion in this one? I hope it is clear. Okay, fine. Let me show you in the system. If you have any doubts, we'll discuss and we'll come back here and we'll discuss. And I will show you this one also after some time. Okay, this I'm not showing you now. So I will show you this one also, workflows functionality. I will show you after a few minutes. So let me go to accounts payable, like accounts payable module, purchase orders, all purchase orders, or procurement and sourcing. Any module is fine. Procurement, sourcing, purchase orders, all purchase orders. Any module is fine. Give me a second. Whether it is one checkbox is enabled or not, let me verify. Procurement and sourcing parameters. Active change management checkbox is enabled or not, let me verify. So it is enabled. Let me remove this one. If it is enabled, then this workflow will come into the picture. Okay, I have discussed with the T&L team. I will discuss with you later this one, even for finance both once again. So now purchase orders. So I'm clicking on new. Select the vendor. Select site and warehouse. Click OK. Okay, select the item. You can click on here also edit. $1,000. Select, let me select any item. Right. Click on tab. Suppose 10 quantity or 20 quantity. I will make it 20 quantity. So total $1,000. $1,000 is the invoice copy. Okay. Now I'm doing confirmation. I'm doing confirmation. Now vendor is asking like some advance amount. Now when I'm giving information to my finance department, they are not ready to do the payments. They are asking invoice copy. So for that we have one option. Prepay area. So purchase tab, prepay area page, prepayment button. Now suppose some advance payment, something you are giving some description, 10%. You can enter 10%. So if you enter 10%, automatically it was calculated 100. Out of 1,000, 10% is 100. Otherwise, if it is suppose 20%, then it will be 200. Otherwise, you can have fixed one. You can enter the value directly 150, 200. Your wish, how you want. Okay, whether it is percentage or amount. And you need to select the category now. It is mandatory. Category you need to select. Suppose to purchase some accessories or photocopier or tuners. Tuners I'm purchasing, that is 1,000. So procurement category is must. You need to select. Click save. Once it is saved, now you can go to invoice tab. Usually we are generating invoice. If you generate invoice, you cannot do, I mean to say, it is a product receipt come invoice. That you know already. We should not do this one because we have not received invoice copy. Now I'm generating generate area page prepayment invoice. I'm generating prepayment invoice. Okay, here look at this one. Item is not coming. The procurement category, whatever you have selected, that is coming automatically, and it is 100. So in our example, it is 10,000 I have mentioned. Rather than this one, I will make this is 1,000. Prepayment invoice we are generating for 100. So invoice like payment will be done for 100. This is the scenario we are doing. Okay, instead of 10,000 we have entered 1,000 only. So actual purchase order invoice is $1,000, but we are generating invoice for 100, but not the actual item. We are using category item, procurement category item. Okay, the same process. It is a temporary invoice. You need to enter some dummy number. Some dummy number you need to enter. Actually, we have not received invoice copy. We have not received any invoice from the vendor. This is a dummy invoice number we are entering, and date also we are entering. Okay, then update mass status. It is already passed. Now you can post this one. You are generating temporary invoice, prepayment invoice, temporary invoice you are generating, because you for as a proof to the your accounts department. So temporary invoice is getting generated, prepayment invoice is getting generated. Let it be generate. After that, I will do vendor payment. Invoice is generated for $100. Purchase order is $1,000, but invoice is generated for $100. Now, like accounts department, they will do the payment against invoice. Let me delete. There are so many like transactions created. Let me delete all these things. I don't want this data. Okay, click on new, select the payment journal, go to lines, now select the vendor 1002. Now, because they are asking proof, already we have generated invoice. Now click on settle transactions, select the invoice, select the prepayment invoice, which is generated already. What is the vendor account it was selected? Is it 1002 or give me a minute? It is 1002. Okay, fine. So now the latest invoice is in the last. It was generated for prepayment invoice It is $100. It is selected now. Click OK. So against invoice, as per the accounts department, against invoice they are doing payment. There is no problem for them. They want an invoice, they have generated, like they got it, so they are doing payment. So generate payments. You know the check number process will be what it is. You already know about this process, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm proceeding now. So it may take 1 or 2 minutes time. The first time check generation process, it will take. It is trying to prepare the document to print the check. That's what it is doing now. Okay, fine. Now post. Okay, it was posted. It was posted. Now payment is done. So one invoice we have generated temporary invoice. Payment is done. Now vendor will dispatch the material. Now I can do product receipt. I can do product receipt. Let me go to purchase order. So I'm receiving product receipt now. Generate product receipt. Click OK. So product receipt is updated. Now I am doing invoice. invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So while doing invoice, you can see apply prepayment. Apply prepayment. Look at this one. It is give you a warning message. It's not warning message. It is more about information. One or more pending invoices have unapplied paid prepayment invoices available to apply. Use the apply prepayment form to apply prepayment values to the selected invoice. So it is giving a information more, like you have already one prepayment invoice, you can apply. Okay, I'm closing this error warning message. It's a warning or information. Now while doing this one, you can go to vendor invoices, apply prepayment. You can click on apply prepayment. So you can select this one. Already $100 it was prepared, created and invoiced, that you are selecting, and click on apply prepayment. Now look at this one, minus 100 is updating. Normal item, plastic chairs, 20 quantity at the rate of 50, 1000. But earlier we have generated invoice, that invoice should be reversed. That is updating with minus 100. Is updating minus 100. Now you can click on update mass status. It should be passed. And enter the invoice number, date. So now click on post. Click on post. Now 1000 plus 1000 minus 100, 9000 will be posted as invoice. 1000 is the credit and 100 is a debit, will be posted now. Okay. Just give me a minute. Now, if you verify the invoice, so earlier it is $100. Okay, let me take the duplicate. Let me show you the voucher, what was posted. This is prepayment invoice generated. Let me show you the voucher. The voucher is not showing. So if it is not showing, what is the procedure? Voucher is not showing. Where I have to go and what I have to do?
General ledger.
General ledger. Okay, general
Inquiries and reports.
periodic task.
Period task. Subledger journal entry is not a transfer.
Subledger journal entry is not a transfer. So this is in production in your client system. You will not face these problems. Usually it will be transferred immediately, but only for our system it is not. In our practice system we are disabling this process. I mean to say, batch jobs we are disabling. That is the reason it is. Okay, now let me refresh. The initial prepayment invoice is vendor account, it is credited, vendor balance credited, prepayment account debited. Prepayment account debtor to vendor account credit. Okay, this will be reversed at the time of invoice, actual invoice. This is prepayment invoice. This is a prepayment invoice. Give me a second. Now, actual invoice we have generated just now. 1000 we have generated. Now, if you verify the voucher, the normal vendor invoice is posted and reversal entry also posted. Look at this one. So total 7 transactions. One is product receipt account, accrual and product receipt account will be reversed. This you know already. Okay, actual invoice is posted. This is material receipt, cost of material invoice account debtor to vendor account credit. It is normal transaction posted. Purchase expenditure for product 0 was posted. Now earlier prepayment invoice, whatever it was posted, that will be reversed. These last 2 transactions. So earlier vendor account credit, now it is debit, and prepayment earlier it is debit, now it is credit. Are you able to follow any questions in this area? If you don't remember normal vendor invoice postings, what is debit and what is credit, you cannot understand this one at all. So you need to, I have explained, I have spent a lot of time to understand what is debit and what is credit. If you are confusing, you can revisit the initial days. I have explained about debits and credits clearly. Please go through that one. So this is prepayment invoice, whatever it was posted, it was reversed. And whatever product receipt is posted at the time of product receipt, those are reversed at the time of invoice. The actual postings is this one. So the net effect is 900 because vendor balance credit 1000, debit 100, net balance is 900 only. If you want, you can verify the vendor balance. So if you go to the accounts payable module, vendors, all vendors, it will show you all transactions. It is initially 100 prepayment invoice, settled prepayment invoice, everything it will show you. The net effect is 900 only, invoice pending. For this second 1002 vendor, if you click on vendor tab, transactions area page, click on transactions. Okay, here look at this one, 100 invoice and payment. Invoice and payment. Initially invoice. This is invoice, to be frankly. This is invoice 100 and payment is done. Payment is done. This one is payment. The last one is invoice, prepayment invoice and payment. It was knocked off. Now it is out of 1000, 100 is pay. 100 is already should be deducted. That's what it is, reversal entry. So 900 is the pending amount. The first transaction is this one, prepayment invoice, PPP, whatever it is there, that is prepayment invoice is the first transaction. The initial transaction, whenever you are generating prepayment invoice, this is the first transaction. Okay, next, once it is payment is done, this is the next transaction, second one, and these two are settled down. These two are settled down, and at the time of invoice, 1000 was posted. 1000 was posted, and 100 is should be deducted. That's what here it is there. 100 should be deducted. That's what it is, 100. So 1000 minus 100, it is 900. So minus 900 I need to pay. Is it clear? Any confusion? Anyone? So only one thing you need to know. At the time of prepayment invoice, it is vendor account and prepayment. Where is that prepayment? That you need to understand. So for that, I need to go to inventory management, collapse all, setup, posting, purchase order. Here prepayment one should be selected. That's what it is. Because you are doing prepayment invoice, at that time vendor is crediting, but prepayment account is debited. Prepayment account debtor to vendor account credit. So that's what this one. This is the only one setup you need to have. So while doing this one, you can have category wise setups also. You can select category, specific category. If you want specific category wise mappings, you can map. Specific category wise prepayments. Otherwise, it is all. Understood? Because this is prepayment. This prepayment account. Prepayment is 132190. That one is this one. Understood? Any questions here? So one is purchase order is getting created and approved and confirmed. Then vendor is asking some advance amount. So you are entering prepayment amount. In the purchase order, we have option to enter. Let me show you. Today what you have learned, the new information. Sorry. So in the purchase tab, you have option to enter prepayment. Once it is entered prepayment, you can go to invoice tab. You can generate prepayment invoice button. Then you can do the vendor payment. Once it is vendor payment is done, vendor will dispatch the material. Then I will receive the material by applying product receipt. And during invoice, the final invoice, whatever you are generating, you need to apply prepayment. So it will warn you, the warning message will be shown. Apply prepayment. You need to apply prepayment, then it will be processed. Okay, any questions in this area? So they may ask questions like how it will be, whether it will be posted to 1000 invoice or 900. It is 1000 invoice only, but 100 is reverse. That's what you need to remember properly. Yes, please. Someone else is going to speak.
So this prepayment is depending upon the conditions from the client or vendor, or it is mandatory in every process?
Sorry, come again. I did not get you.
So this prepayment is mandatory in every process, or it is the condition presented by client, like for the prepayment or vendor?
Usually, normal situations, vendor will be dispatched the material. But if it is any costly items, okay, or it is any specific high demand item, then vendor may demand like, I want some advance amount. This is business to business, that is specific conditions. That conditions may be, I'm not sure, like it may be like, suppose high demand item. Now if it is I'm dispatching to some other customer, I'm getting immediate amount. We have terms of payment between you and me is 2 months. I cannot wait for 2 months. I want some advance payment, some 50% do the payment. I will dispatch the material. Remaining 50% you can do the terms of payment as per the terms of payment. is 1 month, 45 days, or 2 months. So this may happen for specific items or any expensed items or kind of thing. Then it is. So that is completely purely business scenarios. That may be many scenarios. It is not mandatory, to do a prepayment invoice function. Depending upon the business scenarios, it will be.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Any more questions, please, on this area? Okay, now I want to show you this draft and approved method. Okay, give me a second. Let me enable this checkbox. Procurement and sourcing. Procurement and sourcing. Collapse all. Setup. Procurement and sourcing parameters. I'm enabling Act 2 change management checkbox. Okay, give me a minute. This is, I need to enable first. It will take some time. Fine, let it be processed. Okay, here Act 2 change management checkbox is enabled. Normally, if you want workflow, normally so this workflows available in each and every module. Accounts payable, collapse all. Setup, you can have accounts payable workflows. If you go to accounts receivable module, setup, the first one is parameters, next workflows. Like each and every module, workflows are there. Okay, so for normally, if you go to procurement and sourcing, here also procurement sourcing workflows. If you create workflow, then it is mandatory. Means without workflow you cannot do it. But only for purchase order, along with this workflow, you need to enable this checkbox as well. Then only workflow will be mandatory. Otherwise, it will not be. Normally, it is not required. So even though it is workflow is created, purchase order workflow, it is not mandatory until and unless if you enable this checkbox. For remaining, if you are creating workflow, means it is mandatory. What do you mean? Means purchase requisition, it is created, workflow is created. Workflow is created means anyhow purchase requisition workflow is, without workflow purchase requisition you cannot proceed. Okay, suppose I will show you another workflow, accounts payable, collapse all, setup, accounts payable workflows. Here vendor invoice journal workflow. So if it is created, we can use, this is workflow, you can create new workflow. Suppose if you are clicking new, so you can create invoice workflow, vendor invoice workflow. If you create vendor invoice workflow, it is mandatory. Without any second thought. But only for purchase order, even though it is created, you need to activate this checkbox. So in procurement and sourcing, let me write down procurement and sourcing, parameters, general tab, active change management checkbox. This is extra. Okay, so I have enabled. Now this batch job should be run. let it be processed. If you enable this workflow, then if you are creating a purchase order, I am clicking on new purchase order. Give me a second. Let it be processed so that without any delay, it will be processed. It will be created. And meanwhile, I want to execute one small thing. After this one, workflow will be executed by default in system administration, collapse all, workflows, workflow infrastructure configuration. Repeat the job after specified number of minutes. So it is better to map one and click OK. So what it is, let me write down. System administration, workflows, workflow infrastructure configuration. Workflow infrastructure configuration. Okay, here in this one, even though you have entered 1, it will update back to 30. Don't worry, it is fine. Once if you update 1, that is enough. It will be updated. Okay, now give me a minute. It is updated. Now this is running. The batch job is running. Okay, it will be running now. No problem. Now, because I have enabled this activate change management checkbox, now I am creating a purchase order. Now I am creating a purchase order. Just give me a second. Okay, now I'm creating a new purchase order. Let me close. Now I'm clicking on new purchase order. Select the vendor. Select the vendor. Suppose I'm selecting 1005. Any vendor is fine. It is not a specific vendor. You can select any vendor. Give me a minute. It is not giving me option to enter complete 1005. Let me enter now. 1005. Yeah, it is now allowing. Fine. So site and warehouse. click OK. So now I'm selecting item. Suppose 5 quantity. Now I'm trying to do a confirmation. Confirmation button is disabled. You cannot do confirmation. The purchase order status is in draft. Understood? Now we need to approve. So extra workflow button is enabled. Submit workflow. We are submitting workflow. So you are asking like your manager to approve. Please approve this PO. Something you are writing, whatever it is there. You are clicking OK. Submit. Now it is in review. Earlier it is in draft. Now it is in review. Now you can click on workflow. Workflow history. So it is, you have submitted this one and it was started the process creation, workflow creation. If you refresh, it will update once again steps. Now it was gone to Inga. Inga is the approver. Your manager need to approve. Until and unless it is approved, you can't do anything. But I am a administrator. I can reassign because I'm an administrator. Because if you know accounts like system administration, users. I'm a system administrator. Suppose if you have admin, this is my login credentials, user Satya AX. If I go here, for you also the same, admin, and here we are system administrators. Because we are system administrators, we are able to access all modules. Otherwise, it is not possible. All modules we are able to access. Okay, so because my permissions, user permissions are system administrator, I can do reassignment. Otherwise, it is not possible. You cannot do anything. If you are an accountant, or if you are a purchasing clerk, or if you are a supervisor kind of roles, you cannot do anything. You need to wait for your manager to approve. Okay, now because I'm a system administrator, I can do reassignment. This is because of my role is administrator. The permissions, administrator permissions I have. So I'm selecting admin. I'm giving myself as assignment and click reassign. Otherwise, your managers should be approved. Now if you refresh, now it will change to my name. So Inga has delegated to Satya. It was delegated to Satya X. So now I can approve on behalf of my manager. I can approve. It was delegated to me. Now workflows, approve, reject, more information available. You can delegate to some other one also. Okay, now I'm approving. So approved your PO. Something I'm writing here. Now it will take 1 minute or something. Now it will be approved. Let me refresh. Now it is approved. Once it is approved status, because we are disabling this like checkbox, activate change management checkbox. That is the reason whenever you are creating a purchase order, it is creating in the approved status. Then you can do the confirmation and you can do the remaining process as usual. Understood this workflow or approval process? Any questions in this? Any questions here?
And can you add the posting setup also in this document? Prepayment posting setup.
Prepayment posting setup. Sorry, come
Yeah,
again.
no. Can you add that step in the document? That's a adding main account in the posting.
Okay. Are you asking about the account mapping here?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Account mapping, correct.
Inventory management. Inventory management. I need to map this one here before prepayment invoice. Posting setup. Posting. Purchase order tab. Prepayment. Select the ledger account. Okay.
Prepayment.
Yeah. Prepayment. Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Fine. Is it clear? Any doubt? Any questions, please? Anyone? Okay, so every topic you need to practice. So only listening will not help you. Okay, practice is required. Fine. I hope you understood about the prepayment invoice functionality and workflows also you understood. Okay. Then in the prepayment invoice, as I told you, it is scenario one is simple. You are doing payment without any asking any proof something, then you can use it normal payment. That is not a see, that is depending upon the scenario one or scenario two, that is depending upon the business how they want. Okay, as per the accounts terminology, if you want to make it asset as advance payment, you can do that one also if you want. Okay, so this is about all about prepayment invoice. Now let us understand credit limit functionality. let us understand about credit limit functionality. So let me explain. This is AR side, accounts receivable side. So accounts receivable module, collapse all customers, all customers. From next Monday, maybe GoToMeeting link may be changed. That is, I need to discuss with Institute. Okay. So if it is changed, I will share with you once again new GoToMeeting link. So next Monday or next week also, it is most important this week and next week. So particularly for finance team, please try to join by sharp 6 a.m. IST next week also. Okay, next week maybe 3 days or 4 days maybe. After that, once it is common session is completed, then it will separate like 6 to 7 separate, 7 to 8 separate. But next week also we are continuing. Fine. If you verify the customer account, if you click on this vendor account, customer account, suppose let me open the customer account. Let me click on this customer. It is loading now. Please wait, we are processing. Okay, can we invoice the item type, service, and inventory? The same sales order? Yes, we can do it. Yes, Nasim, it is possible.
Now the problem is when I'm converting that sales order to the invoice, it's not even after posting the packing slip and all, it's still not converting that as an invoice. It still stays as an open order.
Okay, we'll see that one. Do you have any environment with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will make you presenter. We'll see that one. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll show you.
Sure.
So here, click on edit. We can have credit limit amount. We can have credit limit amount. Look at this one, credit limit amount. So credit and collections, you can have credit limit amount. You can enter the credit limit amount. Okay, so what is this credit limit? I think we have discussed earlier. Anyone? What is this credit limit? Any idea in your experience?
Yeah, credit limit is nothing other than that the risk you can take to allow a customer to borrow the goods from you.
Exactly. Suppose I think I have discussed earlier. So it is suppose 10,000 is the amount in like suppose I have made like 50,000 credit limit. I have made 50,000 credit limit. Just give me a minute. What is this means? The vendor, the customer balance, if it is crossed this pending amount is crossed 50,000, that then it will be stopped. Means invoices or sales orders will not be created. I mean to say, this customer, the capability of repayment, based on the capability of the repayment, I can give credit limit. So usually if it is in India, it may be like suppose 2 lakhs is the credit limit. 2 lakhs is the credit limit. Then up to 2 lakhs, system will allow you to post transactions. Once the pending amount is crossed 2 lakhs rupees, system will stop you. System will stop you and it will not allow to proceed further. That is credit limit. So while doing this one, credit limit, so we have option to select in accounts receivable module. In accounts receivable module, parameters, setup, accounts receivable parameters. Here you can have collections, not here, give me a minute. Credit rating is here. You can select this balance plus all. If you map balance plus all, means if it is sales orders are creating at the time of sales order is created, and if it is 5 lakhs is crossed, including all sales order, product receipt, packing slip and invoice, everything, it will stop. If you map like balance plus packing slip, balance plus packing slip means invoices and packing slips. If it is crossed 50,000 or 2 lakhs, whatever I have mentioned, it will warn you. Otherwise, we have option only balance, means this is a wrong estimation because invoice is done for 2 lakhs, and now I can dispatch the material. If it is mapped like this, means packing slip will be allowed. Understood? Balance means invoice amounts only will be validated. And if you are creating a sales order, at the time of packing slip, system will not stop you. You can dispatch a number of material, but only invoice will be stopped. That is not the best practice. So if you map here balance plus packing slip, while doing packing slip, it will stop. Balance plus all means while confirming sales order, at the time of sales order creation, while doing confirmation, it will stop you. This is the best practice. Always balance plus all. And this condition, whether you want in the sales order and free text invoice, both are only sales order, only in free text invoice, you can map. And here it is this is a warning only, means it will allow you to proceed. Error means it will stop you, and review means only for it's a warning information, but always it is warning or error will be mapped in the real-time scenario. This is credit limit functionality exists in the standard earlier. Okay, there is a new enhancement about credit management. I will discuss with you in few minutes, but is it understand everyone? Credit limit means both finance and T&L team.
Yes.
So it will stop you, or based on the setup, it will show you warning or error. If you map error, it will not allow you to proceed further. If it is a warning, means it will pop up your message. If you want, you can proceed. This is credit limit functionality, which is exist in 4.0 version, 5.0 version, and 6.0 AX2012 versions, D365. Every version it is there. This is exists from the old versions to till now. But in credit management is a new function introduced in D365. Introduced in D365, which we will discuss after a few minutes. After a few minutes, we'll discuss about credit management. Blocking rules. credit management or blocking rules. In few minutes I will discuss now. Okay, so now can I make you presenter, Narasimha? I'm making you presenter. Show me the problem, whatever you are facing. So Narasimha, you are a presenter now. Hello, Narasimha, are you there?
Yes, Satya, I'm here. Actually, the environment is in the other system. I'm just logging in from there.
Okay. Meanwhile, give me a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm back. So is it ready, Narasimha? Can I make you presenter once again,
Could you
Narasimha?
please make me the presenter again?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'm doing. Okay, yeah, show me now.
Okay. So here is the sales order. Are you
Okay.
able to see my screen,
Yes, yes.
Satya?
Okay. Yeah, I'm able to see. Yes. Okay, so you have entered. Can you scroll left side?
Hello?
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Satya, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes. Team, are you able to hear me? Anyone? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So whether he
Yes,
is
sir,
able to.
audible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So
You can scroll left side. Scroll left side. What is the item? Show me. Left side, left side.
So these are the four items here.
Okay.
And the 99,350 is our item type service.
Okay.
Okay. Underneath I have these three items.
So the last three items you have not entered any price.
Yes.
What is the reason?
We have a situation. I'm testing a scenario where I need to invoice at a top level. I mean, for one item, but there might be other items I might be picking in it, but it will not have individual sale price. It will have the cost, but it will not have the individual sale price.
Okay.
So that's the situation. It's I can't use the kit either because.
Okay. So that item, it is 993950 is the service item. So where you have mentioned like it is, click on that one. Click on that one. Show me what is the how you have created. item number, click on item number 93. No, here only. Item number 999350 is there. Downside, not that one, not that one. That is product number. I'm not talking about item number. Wait.
Oh, sorry.
So there is
This one?
here. Yes, exactly. You're right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, click on that one. Okay. So you have created type service. Okay, fine. What else you have mapped? It is a site, warehouse, location you have mapped. Storage dimension group.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, close. Yeah, close this one. None. It is fine. Now, whether you have mapped site, warehouse, location or not, close this one. Close this also. So
Okay.
show me downside, scroll down, and the lines details are there. Scroll down.
Yeah, site, warehouse.
Scroll down. Right side corner. Scroll down. Not that one. You are moving horizontal scroll bar. I am talking about a vertical scroll bar. Scroll down. Yes. Line details. There is a line details. Yeah. Expand. Now go to product tab.
Okay.
So here you need to map location. It was mapped already. Okay. Now do the product receipt. Now packing slip. Go to the
Here?
packing slip. Yeah. Not here. Go to the normal pick and pack tab in the top.
Okay.
Now, so packing slip is already generated. Okay, it is already generated.
Yep. I'm able to generate the packing list and the packing list registration, but if I say the post packing slip, it will not throw any error. But the order status, if I look at here, it still says open order. It's supposed to be delivered, right?
Actually, click on, now it is showing downside error, something it is showing. Okay, do it post packing slip. What is the error for me?
It will not giving us any error. See, this is what it is coming up.
Okay, go up. 1 second. Parameters on the top. Parameters on the top. Here only parameters is there. Parameters. Next parameter. Yeah, expand that one. Instead of picked one, can you select all?
Okay.
Wait, scroll down. And now 1 second. Scroll down. Line details. It is showing. Okay. Scroll down. Go right side. Wait. That is fine. Go right side. So no. Why are you?
Okay. Wait. Sorry.
So wait. Don't do anything. Now
okay.
click on lines. Or scroll down. Scroll down. I'm not able to see that one. Not here. Setup. Expand the setup.
Okay.
Scroll up completely, a little bit. You have selected all.
Yeah.
Scroll down slowly. Scroll down. Where is that line details? Why it was coming like this screen? Sales orders. Scroll down. Sales orders. Expand sales orders.
Okay.
Go up completely. It is confusing like. Okay, cancel it now. Cancel and once again go back packing slip. Yes. Click on post packing.
Okay.
Okay. Now change to all. Change it to all.
Okay.
Now to the packing slip. Okay. Click OK. Click OK. So it is updated back.
Yeah, now it's okay. That's the error. I was not selecting all there.
Because picking process first. Now you can do the invoice.
Now I just go to the invoice and then generate it.
Yeah, invoice. So packing slip.
I don't have to change anything here, right? Just say okay.
I think yes. Okay. Okay. You can verify. Is there any problem or anything now? So go to the journals and invoice. Journals, invoice tab, journals area page, invoice. Yeah.
Okay.
So verify if you want. If you want, you can verify the postings and everything. Initially, it was posted to 0 only. That is 3 transactions without the price posted. Next one is with price.
Okay.
You can try once again. So while doing this one, picking list and picking list registration, whether you want it or not, you can skip that one. You can do directly packing slip. What you
Okay.
did mistake means for few items you did picking list and picking list registration. For few items you have not done picking list and registration, but while doing packing slip you have selected pre-step is as a picking list.
Okay.
Okay, let me share my screen and let me
Sure.
explain.
Sure. While you were doing this, I just want to share, guys. I've been working on this since 11 in the morning. Okay. So anyone who is listening or not practicing,
You will not
this is what it's going to take. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, exactly, Nasima, you are correct. Okay, fine. So let me explain you what is the mistake happened. Sales order, we did it. Then picking list, then picking list registration.
Okay.
So if you do this one, then at the time of packing slip, you can select picked quantity in the drop down quantity.
Okay.
So this one, what you did it for 0 price items, you did it picking list and registration, and you have at the time of packing slip, even though if you select picked quantity, it was processed for free items, 0 price items. But for first item, first line, you have not done these two.
Okay.
And you are trying to do packing slip means the earliest step is picked. You have not done. It is missing the function. So what I did, I made it to all.
Okay.
Then it is allowing to post. So the previous step. So while doing invoice, the previous step is packing slip or all.
Okay.
Or picked quantity, anything. But while doing packing slip, either you can select all or picked quantity. You can select all or picked. If you are selecting picked means, earlier I need to do picking list and registration. Then only it will allow you. Otherwise, you can select simply all.
Okay.
Even at the time of invoice also, if you can do selection of packing slip. Packing slip means earlier I did packing slip. For that quantity I want to do invoice, or I can select all, or I can select picked quantity also. Either one. If you do picking list and registration, the previous step you need to select.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Fine. So it is simple only, but whenever we are practicing, even small, very small also, it will kill our time a lot. Frankly, I'm speaking. So when I'm learning, just I will give you one small information. When I'm learning at that time, 2009, 2010. So if I go to bank accounts, anyhow, this you are going to learn next week. Finance team is going to learn. Okay, in this, if you go to bank setup, layout check.
Right.
Here method of payment is free and fixed are there. So I don't know where it is available. It was taken for me more than 3 hours or 4 hours to get where it is this available, free and fixed. Because at that time there is no Google, there is no help, it is own learning. I struggled, and even when I'm creating a sales order, frankly I'm speaking, in 2008 and 2009, when I'm creating a sales order, just I'm showing you my way of learning and tough situation. Suppose I'm creating a sales order. I will create a new sales order. Give me a minute. It is because this batch job is running, it will be a little bit slower. The application will be definitely, it is slow. I can't do anything. Now I'm just showing you. Suppose display dimensions. I have not enabled this box. Suppose click OK. If this is a situation, so I don't know this one. This is in AX 2009. I'm telling you, in AX 2009, I'm creating a new sales order. I'm learning my own from last 15 days. Okay, I'm able to create a sales order. I'm able to post the invoice. So I'm creating a sales order now. So I'm selecting the vendor customer, fine, and I forgot to select site and warehouse. So of course in AX 2009 it is different screen. I forgot this one. Click OK. I forgot. I can map inside. Now if I'm trying to map here, I'm creating a sales order. Now I'm selecting 1001, 10,001. Now I have entered 5 quantity. 1 second, cancel. Selected item. AX 2009 look and feel is different. Now, okay, I'm entering price. Fine. Now I'm saving. I cannot save it.
Yeah, I know that pain.
So where I have to go, I don't know. It is the screen is like this.
Yeah.
If I want to enter here, it will not allow me anything. It will pop up message always. Site should be mapped. Site should be mapped. Site should be mapped. Where I have to do? I can't do anything. Very hard to learn. What I did when I'm learning, I closed this application and I opened. That is the way I learned, because at that time help is nothing, and there will be like if you click here, there will be help will be there, something that help only available. That will ask you like you need to select site, you need to select site. Where I have to map site? I don't know. Then later after 2-3 days I understood. If I scroll down, line details here, of course AX 2009 different, that is AX 2009. Then you can go to product tab, you can find this one, then only it will allow you to proceed. I need to map site, I need to map warehouse. Then it will allow me to proceed further without any errors. At that time, I don't have solution where I have to go. No one is in a position to help me. Of course, some 2-3 persons are there. That persons are not interested to share their information. They are not interested. So in a company, what I have to do? I have to struggle myself. In such a way, I learned. Simply, I'm just giving information. I don't know where I have to map site and warehouse. Here it is not there. In this line, it is not there. I struggled a lot, almost 1 or 2 days, because I missed while creating new sales order. I missed. So this way I struggled a lot. Nowadays there is a plenty of help. If you go to YouTube, if you go to Google, you will have a lot of. But you need to learn in a structured manner. For that only you are planning for this session.
No, I totally agree with you. Even the help that in this particular region, I was trying to see what exactly the problem is, and then I'm not able to figure that out. And there is no help that you can get for that particular specific thing the way you explained it back to me. I think we have to practice a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Fine. So let us go to the topic, credit management. This is blocking rules or credit management is a new function introduced in D365. So what is this means? If you go to workspaces, feature management is a workspace. Otherwise, if you go to here, I'm closing this sales order screen. This is workspaces. This is called workspaces. Instead of modules, you can select here. In this, you can go to feature management. You can select feature management, or you can go to, from here also you can select feature management. Either one is fine, same. This is called workspaces. In AX 2012, these workspaces are not available. In D365 only available workspaces. Now if you go to all, so new function or new functionality was introduced by Microsoft. There are so many new features introduced. Majority are some customized, majority are some maybe localizations related or something. So now I'm clicking on credit, enter. It is showing credit management function. Look at this one. If you enable this credit management, now blocking rules will come into the picture. I'm enabling this one. Okay, now it is enabled today. Now if you go to once again customer account, one second. If you go to the customer account, okay, fine. So here it will show you that tomorrow I will continue because some other work, urgent work, I need to stop here. Okay, fine. I will show you this. If you enable this one, what happens? I will show you tomorrow in detail. I'm disabling now for time being. I will show you this enabling once again, and I will show you this function tomorrow. Okay, I'm stopping here for today. I will discuss with you about this credit management tomorrow. Fine. Okay, we'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. See you all. Bye-bye.